Hi, welcome or welcome back. I've been doing some thinking. It's not good to try escaping into your past. It's not good. We should always be moving forward. However, the idea, the thought of what my future might look like makes me sick. So I did run back to my past just a little bit, and started thinking about stuff I used to enjoy doing when I was a kid. Games I used to play, books I used to read, and TV shows I used to watch. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. They're ones that I feel like I just never see people talk about them anymore. For each show, I did just a little bit of research about each show itself and just like the main, most recognizable characters, just to jog your memories a little bit. That won't take too long for each of them. And then I watched an episode of each of these shows. I'm gonna walk you through those episodes as well. We're gonna go show by show, okay? Just know most of this video is going to be my opinions of these as an adult. If you form your own opinions of these at whatever age you're at while watching this, feel free to let me know in the comments. We're gonna get to these now, okay? First show we're gonna be talking about today is Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. We're gonna start with the quick details. The synopsis that I wrote for this was Maggie, she goes on adventures with a wild, undomesticated beast and an annoying pig. The show originally aired from 1999 to 2003. There was roughly 3 seasons in total with about 39 episodes. And it also has a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Also, the fan wiki was so unserious for this show. The other ones were like fine. They were all like pretty like on the nose for a fan wiki. This one, just as an example, this was under the trivia section for Hamilton. Okay, one of the characters, we're gonna get to him in a minute. Also, if I were the pig, Hamilton, whatever, I would be pretty furious that my name did not make it into the title of the show. Let's move on to the characters, okay? Up first, we have Maggie, okay? Miss Maggie. I think she has a touch of only child syndrome. Then we have Beast. Great googly moogly-aholic, okay? This is driving me insane. Why? Why does it keep doing that? Then we have Hamilton. He lives in a box or something. Bro needs to blink so bad. Look at him. You're gonna see why I can't stand him in a second, because now I'm gonna take you on a little walkthrough of an episode of Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. My head is killing me right now. We're gonna be watching Blast Off, okay? Let's just get right into this. The episode starts with our whole crew here, sitting here, bored, out of their minds, all right? What are we gonna do today, ladies? What are we doing? Beast asks Maggie, what do you want to do today?
Look, it's the blimp!
Girl is staring up at the sky. She does not care. Look, it's the blimp. She does not care what her friend is saying to her right now. Let us not forget the only child syndrome allegations I threw out a minute ago. Whatever. Let us not forget that. Look at the blimp. Your friend is talking to you. Genius. Hey. They wave at the blimp. They talk about how nice it would be to be up in the sky. On a day like today? I don't really know what that means. Maggie says, hey, whoa, I got an idea, because I'm a genius, and I just realized you asked me a question. Let's go to outer space. And then Hamilton, here he goes.
That seems like a long way off, Maggie.
We're gonna play Rocket Trip to Mars. So we could have said, let's play that in the beginning. I'm just being a hater right now. You know what? Let's just go. Let's just keep going. Hamilton says, oh, we're gonna need a rocket ship. And dips. All right, he's going to get something. And then Beast, wanting to participate, have fun with his friends, maybe, asks, what do I get to do, Maggie? What do we think she says? Let's say A, you can be the ship's captain. B, you can be an astronaut with us. Or C, she ignores him. Take your guesses now.
Hamilton and I will be great astronauts.
But what do I get to do?
We'll be Captain Maggie and Commander Hamilton of the Far Out Space Patrol Rocket Riders.
Yes, that's nice. But what do I get to do?
So if you chose option C, you are half right. I hate to break this to you, but there's actually an option D.
I know. You'll be the giant space alien.
You get to be the giant, ugly, idiot space alien. Maybe that's not what she said. We couldn't have thought of anything better for him. I know he's a beast. I feel like we're just taking the safe route here. Why can't the beast be an astronaut? Why does he have to be space alien? I don't get it.
Great googly moogly.
Here he goes. He's ecstatic though, all right? He's elated. If he's fine with it, then who cares? Now here comes Hamilton, pulling back up on this tricycle, talking some, what do you think? Beast points out that the tricycle doesn't look much like a spaceship, and maybe it's because I've become a Hamilton hater. But I agree. I know we're playing pretend, all right? I used to live off it. I also was an only child. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's go. Maggie agrees with Beast, okay? They start doing some crafts. We're gonna spice up the tricycle to make it look more like a rocket ship.
Unless we run into space aliens.
Something about him saying, unless we run into space aliens like that. It is giving Dipper Pines. Like, this is Dipper in a different universe, I fear. It is. We arrive. We're here at Mars. We're already claiming the planet as our own immediately. Gentrification's crazy. I know that's not technically gentrification, but... Maggie says, let's go hunt for rock samples to take back with us. Hamilton picks up this rock, and it really had me wondering when I watched this the first time, did I just start doing this as a kid because I thought rocks were pretty and like cool looking? Or did I start doing it because I got the idea from here? I mean, are we not just reflections of everything we've known and consumed in our lives to an extent? We're walking around a little more, okay? And then we hear a growl. What could this be? Beast shows up with like a flower pot on his head and some sunglasses. He is trying. Let us not forget before we get to this part that Hamilton showed up with a tricycle for a spaceship. Let us not forget it.
You look ridiculous.
I hate this idiot. I hate this stupid, annoying pig. I hate him. I do. What is his problem? He can't even remember to blink half the time. What are we laughing at? Who do you think you are? I hate him. I hate him. Beast is trying to make the most of it, all right? One of his friends is laughing at him for trying to participate. And then this idiot, this loser, who's got to wear a giant letter H on his sweater because he's so important, everybody needs to know he's Hamilton, is laughing at him. He should squash Hamilton. He sucks. He sucks. I hate him. He's a fool. Beast, getting back into character, making the most of this situation, says, this is my planet, those are my rocks, give me them back. Then this mouse thing shows up. I am about 99% sure I had a nightmare about this thing once as a kid. Another hater. He's got why do you have a pot on your head, Beast? Why do these two jokers down here have construction paper taped to their helmets? Why does Hamilton wear that sweat? Beast asks what he's doing in outer space. This kid is just not getting the memo that we are wearing costumes and talking about outer space because we're playing a game. This mouse is not getting the message at all. Maggie has to tell him Beast is a space alien, and now he gets it. He's like, oh, okay, I'm on board. He says he's on his way to Saturn. But then he made a pit stop to see if they had any cheese on Mars. Beast needs to tell them to get the hell out. You know, and now I can't tell if Maggie is laughing at him or with him. I can't tell because of Hamilton, but if she's laughing at him, Beast has every right to squash them. They're running away from the space alien. They run about 2 feet and they are toast. Done, out of breath. Mr. Beast Space Alien, all right, says, hey, still need my rocks, okay? You didn't say please. Look at this stupid thing he does with his leg.
Mr. Space Alien, can we please have some of your beautiful rocks for our collection?
Mr. Space Alien, can we please have some of your rocks for our collection?
I am #1 Hamilton hater. I hate him. I hate him. I do. Beast alien, whatever. He says, okay, sure. But you gotta give me something in return. We're doing a trade, all right? Hamilton says, how about some yummy pumpkin muffins? Yuck! I know. Listen, I'm not trying to sound like a pick-me. Pumpkin is not for me. The only thing I like that is pumpkin anything are pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin flavor is atrocious to me, and I think that Beast should squash them. They just pretend to do the trade, but this is my problem with it, is that they have actually, they're possessing rocks at the moment, and they did not give him any muffins. They're out. They're done. They got their rocks. They don't care anymore. They don't care. No hate to Dipper Pines, by the way. I love Gravity Falls. I love that show. Listen, sometimes Dipper rubs me the wrong way too. I don't know. Anyways, we're not talking about Gravity Falls today. So these two are like, we're out, we're done, we're leaving, bye. They forgot Rudy. They forget him. And they don't care. They still leave. I know you can hear him. He's like 9 feet tall. I know you guys can hear him. And that's it. The episode ends with them forgetting their friend. I would give it I hate Hamilton out of 10. Let me know your rating. I know I'm being nitpicky, but they just, we're done. We're done with this one. We're going to talk about Oswald. The synopsis that I came up with for this show before I watched an episode back was an octopus and his friends do stuff. I don't know. I mean, that pretty much sums it up. I'm going to be completely honest. This show originally aired from 2001 to 2003, and it has one season totaling in what I believe to be 26 episodes, okay? Because IMDb has part A of episode 22 listed twice for some reason, once on its own, and then once in its two shorts format. I decided to do a little more looking. I went on Paramount Plus because they have Oswald on there, and they don't have part A of episode 22 listed twice, but they do have parts A and B of what IMDb has listed as episode 22, listed as episode 19. And then what IMDb has listed as episode 19, Paramount Plus has listed as episode 22. So they switched them on there. And the airing dates for the episodes, when you compare them on IMDb and Paramount Plus, also don't match at all. So I don't know. It was just something I discovered. This show got a 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Character time. This show has a lot of characters, so I just did like the most recognizable ones, I would say, because if I listed them all, we would be here forever. Oswald. He's blue. He plays the piano and he wears a silly hat. And then we have Daisy. She's a flower. We have Henry the Penguin. People with blue eyes be like, he just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. Then we have Weenie. She is so cute. She's also a ride or die. Okay, for real. We're gonna be watching The Biggest Wish. Let's do this. We start off this episode with Oswald and Weenie watching the sunset, talking about how if they catch a firefly tonight, they get a wish. First time I heard Oswald talk, I was like, oh, I recognize that voice. It's Goober from BoJack Horseman. Fireflies start showing up. Little by little, Oswald and Weenie are trying to catch one. I think if Oswald put a little bit of a hustle into it, he might have an easier time, catching one. But hey, he moves at his own pace. I respect it. This show is very peaceful. This is apparently like a town activity where they all try to catch fireflies, because look at them all.
And I'll catch this one. Whoa!
Oh my god, not the kid from the Polar Express. Wasn't he? What is his name from Dexter's Laboratory? Mandark? It is! It's the same guy. Oh my god. One thing about me, I'm going to recognize a voice actor.
I got you now, Blinky!
I'm like 99% sure that's Jimmy Neutron's VA also. Oswald continues on his journey trying to catch a firefly, jumps into the fountain on accident. Thankfully, he's an octopus, so it's okay. In the 11th hour, Oswald and Weenie, feeling dejected that they will not be catching a firefly, one lands on Weenie's nose.
There you go, big fella.
As he puts the lid on and imprisons the poor thing. But there's holes on the lid of the jar, so at least he'll get some fresh air. We go back home, all right. This looks like a Roblox house. Oswald and Weenie are trying to think of a wish, and they unfortunately cannot decide on anything. So they keep the firefly in the jar overnight so they can have more time to decide on their wish. They call it a night, and I'm assuming Oswald spends the night dreaming of what they can wish for in the morning.
Good morning, Weenie.
Yes, good morning. What are we wishing for, Oswald? He says we could wish for a new piano, but he likes their old piano. He says we could wish for a new umbrella. Does this umbrella look a little familiar to you guys? Did he turn Beast into an umbrella? Did he? Did he turn the Ferocious Beast into an umbrella? Sound off in the comments. Anyways, he decides that he likes his old, crooked, polka dot umbrella made from the skin of the Ferocious Beast, and decides not to wish for a new one. They opt not to let him out of the jar and go ask other people what they would wish for, because he can't think of anything. Why don't we wish for Weenie to have her own hat? Why doesn't she get a hat? Huh? Or like a necklace or something, whatever her style is. I don't think it's very fair that Oswald has a hat and Weenie doesn't. Oswald gets lunch, okay? And here comes Henry the Penguin. Oswald asks, what would you wish for if you could wish for anything? And Henry says,
if it were me, I'd wish for fish.
Fish?
Yes.
This line took me out, okay? Fish. Fish? Yes! Yes! Oh my god. I don't know. There was something about the way that voice actor said that took me out. That might be the most perfect line reading ever in anything. And it was one word. Yes! I fear Henry started growing on me. Anyways, he's explaining all the type of fish that he would wish for. Oswald hears what I'm assuming is Henry getting started with his hyperfixation and leaves. He's out. He's done. He dipped. All right, we're walking around again, looking for more things to wish for, more people to ask what they would wish for. And we run into our friend Daisy. You know, not to compare women to other women. The only thing I have to say about Daisy is that she's like a less annoying Sandy Cheeks. Daisy would wish for the biggest pogo stick in the world, she said. She also pogo sticks into this tree. And we just leave her there. We're on the move. Let's go. Somebody else now.
It's really hard to think of the biggest wish.
What are those?
My, what do you have there, Oswald?
Yes, what?
Why do they sound like that? Yes, what?
It's a firefly.
Egad.
Egad. Oswald asks what these two would wish for, and they say another wish, and then another wish, and then another wish. And Oswald says it's a good idea, but they don't even know what to do with the one wish, so they're not going to take that one. Oswald thanks them and then makes his departure. I would just like to point out, ending world hunger, eliminating homelessness, on the back burner. They have not crossed his mind once this whole time. Maybe that stuff doesn't exist in their world. I don't know. But I'm just saying.
What should we wish for? What's our desire?
Oh, no way this kid's singing right now.
There are so many things that we really don't need.
Round of applause. Once again, Oswald and Weenie, dejected, melancholic even, reside on the very bench that they found themselves on when this whole mess started. Oswald notices there's no fireflies anywhere.
Oswald, what happened to all the fireflies?
For whatever reason, the whole town pulls up on Oswald and Weenie and is like, hey, Oswald, what happened to all the fireflies? There was a bajillion of them yesterday. Where'd they go? I don't know why they're blaming him instantly. He does have one in the jar, but it's only the one. So I don't know how this could possibly be his responsibility.
I wish all the fireflies would come back.
I would just like to point out, when I watched this before, I was like, oh, there's no way that this kid is going to wish for the fireflies to come back. And guess what? One thing about me is I am going to guess what's going to happen in anything that I consume. And I know this isn't that impressive. I'm sure that literally everybody watching this could have guessed that too. But I'm just saying, if you show me something, I will be guessing throughout the entire thing, and I will be guessing correctly. And wouldn't you know it, the fireflies have returned. Oswald has saved the day. They say goodbye to their new friend, the firefly, and they fill the sky once again. We end off the episode with everybody looking up at them. All right, well, that is all I have for you today, ladies. Hopefully this was fun. I just have to say this because I get worried if my vibe seems a little bit off or weird, or I've seemed totally miserable this whole time. I'm sorry. I have been having a hell of a week. 2 weeks. Things have just been a little, I don't know. I just am feeling a never ending sense of impending doom at the moment for my future. And I've never felt that before. So just trying to learn how to deal with that. And I've been having a very rough, emotionally exhausting week or two. I honestly don't even know how long it's been at this point. Trying to deal with it. And, you know, I don't want to fake the way that I'm feeling for these, but at the same time, I also don't want to put out something where I'm just completely miserable the whole time, because everybody's already got their own problems going on. You don't need to sit and watch a video of somebody just being blatantly miserable for no reason. So I really hope that this didn't come across like that. Just if it did, or if it did at some times, I'm sorry. I know that I was being nitpicky with the shows and stuff. That was meant to be silly. Obviously it's a kid's show. None of it's that deep. None of my little critiques here are really that serious. I was just trying to have a good time and be nitpicky and silly. But if I legitimately was coming across as oh my God, just so miserable, I apologize, because I don't want to spread that kind of attitude, you know? that being said, we're all done. Thank you so much for watching. I upload new videos every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're usually different every week, like a little different. I've got a variety starting to go on here. So if you enjoyed this video and you are interested in seeing more of the whatever my brain comes up with, makes up, what have you, I don't know, maybe consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. If you want to see any of the other places I exist, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch are all linked down below. Have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life, all of it. Bye!